We are at the inaugural Pediatric Aortopathy Connection,
where patients and families can come together and get to meet each other, learn more about the condition that might be affecting their aorta,
and to make connections, maybe some friendships.
It's really an opportunity for patients and their families to take control of what they want to hear and what they want to speak about.
We have a really great agenda planned for our families today. Icebreakers so that they have an opportunity to meet one another. We have some educational sessions. We have an arts and crafts table for the younger children. We have a medical Q&A panel. And then a parent and a patient will be giving a testimonial about their journey to help others see what life can be like when you grow up with aortopathy and are thriving and successful, and an opportunity for parents to ask their questions.
After hearing that my daughter has Marfan syndrome, I kind of didn't know what it was.
And it can be hard to find online answers to your really specific questions.
I really wanted to learn more about her symptoms and just wanted to know what her restrictions were, what she can and can't do.
I think it's pretty easy with these very rare conditions to feel isolated and feel like they don't have resources, and they don't, like I personally don't know anyone with my condition.
And this event allows them to see that they are part of a broader community, that there are others who share the same journey that they do.
having a community that you can reach out to if you have a question or connect with if you have a concern really plays a big role in navigating the journey.
No one's wearing patient gowns today, no one's here to receive bad news or the results of some tests that they've been waiting for. It kind of humanises the whole thing.
I would really love for our families to feel empowered, to know the questions that they should be asking their medical care providers, for children to feel more comfortable in their own skin.
Even if they're able to take away one new thing that they learned about the health of themselves or a loved one, that would mean that today is a tremendous success.
I've really liked that everybody's been very nice and nobody's excluding.
I already have 2 other people's phone numbers to connect with.
Do you think you've made any friends that we might see again?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
My favorite part of the event has been honestly just meeting the people and seeing the faces and seeing the people that have similar diagnosis. It's kind of comforting.
Just hearing like other people's like journeys and like who are further along, and all that, hearing how they have overcome and just, you know, like, and that they're still having like a regular life, that like gives me hope for my daughter.
And associations that help to provide people with that knowledge are invaluable.
GADA is an association that has been set up to really educate and promote awareness of individuals with heritable aortopathies.
It's a great resource for our patients and for the medical community.
They offer support for research and funding. I don't think that we would be able to run genetic programs without them.
I feel very strongly about genetic testing for aortopathies because it can save lives.
We've now been able to warn family, and although we have lost family members prior to that, my uncle survived because he knew what it was.
You don't have all of the typical features of Marfan syndrome, and in fact it had previously been excluded in another country, and really it was the genetic testing that was done here that confirmed your diagnosis and ultimately, I think, saved your life.
If we know the specific diagnosis and the gene involved, then we can use specific management guidelines for that condition.
We're currently in an era where we're able to provide gene-specific management strategies for these patients, and so it's very patient-specific.
There's so much that we're learning about genetics, and the research is ongoing.
As compared to 10 to 15 years ago, we know more and more about the genetic causes of inherited forms of aortopathy.
So we're at a phenomenal place where we have not been, where we can actually have early diagnosis.
Our goal is to make sure that patients are living their best lives.
As a whole, I would say that the best is yet to come for patients with aortopathies.